What is up, y'all? Welcome to week 2 of my Arizona Trail through hike. It's day 8 right now, and I finished off the descent off Mika Mountain, which I had to climb yesterday. It was very hot. Today, much more cloudy. I wish I did the climb with this kind of weather. And today, got a lot of open desert walking, some nasty water sources as usual. And I'm gonna try to prepare for a climb up Mount Lemon tomorrow. It's a big old mountain, about a 4,000 foot climb. So I might start chipping away at it tonight with a little bit of night hiking, because I got to do some big miles. On the other side of Mount Lemon is a town called Oracle, which I'm trying to stay tomorrow night, maybe even take a full day off there. And if I don't make it there, there is some lodging at Summer Haven, which is at the top of Mount Lemon, but it's pretty bougie over there. They got a couple resupply options. They got a general store, but in Oracle, they have a Dollar General, and that is what this guy is about. Way off in the distance is the outskirts of Tucson, and one of these mountains is Mount Lemon. This is the only water source for the next 11 miles that I see. It's just known as the lake. Looks like Lake of the Dead. This is the color of the water that I got, so I definitely have to double filter this. This is the color of the water after I filter it. I definitely had to add some chlorine tablets. My filter got jammed up, so it's trickling very slow because the water was very gross. So I hope that there's water cached in about 5 or 6 miles. There's a campground where sometimes there's water cached. Made it about 5 miles after the pond before I ran out of water. Had to climb up this towards the end, 1,000 feet, drop back down. Here's Molino Campground. The campground doesn't have water itself, but the campground host was super nice and blessed me with 2 liters. And we ended up chatting for about 20 minutes. Really cool guy. Second half of the day, doing a big drop, and the hike of tomorrow, Mount Lemon in the distance. Walking through another beautiful canyon. Sun's about to set. Drop down from up top all the way down into this beautiful canyon. And I'm gonna try to knock out a little bit of the climb up Mount Lemon. No choice but to do a little bit of night hiking. I forgot to say that I got a little bit of reception, so I booked 2 nights at an Airbnb in Oracle. So definitely got to make it there tomorrow. After this little bit of night hiking, it's going to end up being 28 miles done today, leaving 24 miles for tomorrow. But very hard miles, but at least this night hiking saves me 1,000 feet of elevation gain in the morning, climbing up the mountain. Got an early start, but the sun is eventually going to come out, so got to get some climbing done before it gets too warm. Since I had a lot of rubbing on the seams of my underpants against my crotch where I sweat, I decided, why even need underpants? I just took them off. So no underpants, no liner. We're free balling. And now I'm free balling. Mount Lemon Trail. This thing goes straight up. It's supposed to be 1,000 feet of climbing in 1 mile. Halfway done with this little part of the climb. I was wrong. It's actually 1,500 feet over 1 mile. Came down from that valley though, and taking a break, looking at Tucson on this side. All right, I'm done with that first little section of climbing. 1,500 feet over 1 mile. A lot of bouldering, but it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun actually. Gonna drop down a little bit, and then we got about 1 more 1,000 feet of climbing until we drop down to the town of Summer Haven for lunch. Well, I wasn't paying attention, and then I took a bad trip and then face planted against a rock, so I'll get to town and see how bad it is. All right, I got down to this creek. Really chilly water, so I washed up a little bit. Looks a little bit better. I took a really hard fall. I just tripped and just smashed my face against a rock. So I feel a little bit dizzy. I'm not going to take any chances. Once I get to town, I'll see what's up. If I feel okay, I might hike 10 miles more down to Oracle. I booked a room for 2 nights, and then see how I feel, see how the head is, and then if I have to call the hike, then I'll call the hike. If I recover a little bit, then we'll see what happens. Got about 3 more miles till I get to Summer Haven. Feeling okay-ish. Passed some hikers going the other way, and they gave me some Neosporin. Doing this final little road walk into Summer Haven. Cleaned up a little bit more. Face doesn't feel too painful, but I might have knocked a tooth loose. The camp host yesterday jinxed me. At some point, he quoted Mike Tyson and said, "Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face." So now I know how that feels like. So if a tooth is loose, might drop off the trail. Still try to make it to Oracle tonight. Make it 195 miles or so. And then from there, it's not too hard to fly out of Tucson if I decide to do that. Soft foods only, since I think I knocked my tooth loose. So tater tots and soup. Leaving Summer Haven now. I got 10 miles of the Arizona Trail before I hit the Cody Trail and drop off into the town of Oracle in the distance. I definitely will say that this stretch of trail, this entire Mount Lemmon stretch has been really, really pretty. Snacking on some leftover tater tots on the way down to town. I think they gave me like a triple order because my face looks like Dawn of the Dead. Goodbye to Mount Lemmon. When life gives you Mount Lemons, you make Bloody Marys. Look at this ugly mug. Yo, dog, you only 9 days in, but your face looks like it's from 28 days later, you know what I'm saying? Damn! Anyways, just relaxing. It's all downhill from here. Putting on some sunscreen. Sun is starting to set. And I got about 2 more miles till I get to the American Flag Trailhead where the host of the Airbnb is going to pick me up. Little rabbit. Go, little rabbit. Go, little rabbit. Go, little rabbit. Aww. Oh. All right, bye, little rabbit. One thing I will say is that the sunsets over the desert have been absolutely magical. Just resting today. That's the horses of the host. She drove me around town just now, picked up some Mexican food and a big old soda and some blackberries. I was super excited, and I ran up the steps, tripped, spilled my whole soda, smushed all the food, and scraped my elbow pretty badly. So I am not in shape to hike. I think I lost all my superpowers, but watching some NBA right now. That's the smushed soda. The food is still edible. I kind of shoved it back in its place, and then the rest of the blackberries I picked up and washed off. Host gave me some carrots to feed the horses. Yes, sir. So good. All right, it's the morning of day 11. I've spent 2 nights here in Oracle, and I did end up deciding to drop off the trail. Later today, I'm gonna fly home to San Francisco, and the hosts here, Carol and Carl, they're really, really nice, and they're able to drive me to the restaurants in town, run errands, help me go to the post office. They're really, really nice. They have a really beautiful property with horses and all that, so I got a really relaxing day yesterday. That's what that the lip and nose looks like right now. The inside of my mouth is still pretty cut up, and I still probably gotta check in with a dentist to see, because the tooth feels okay, but it might be loose, I'm not sure. Maybe if I rested here for a week and I went to see a doctor, it's something that I could, probably gut through and continue, maybe jump up the trail a little bit. But at this point in my life, I don't feel like I have anything to prove to myself of how tough I am or anything like that. So I really did enjoy it out here. I started to get acclimated. My feet didn't have any more blisters in my last day of hiking since I went commando in my shorts. I didn't have any kind of chafing over there. So I solved a lot of the issues, and that I am acclimated because I'm wearing my jacket. It's 70 degrees and I'm freezing out here in San Francisco. If it was 75 degrees, I would not even want to go outside because it'd be that hot. So really enjoyable 10-11 days here in Arizona. And so going home, it is what it is. If you guys have adventures now in the summer or in the future, stay safe out there, and happy trails. Take care, y'all.